Have you ever wanted to skipper your own boat to sail a yacht around tropical islands? Well, you need one of these, so let's go get it. Hi, I'm Scott, a former military pilot and airline pilot from Texas. At 55, I decided I had had enough and embarked on a plan to retire in Thailand. So I did my homework, sold everything, and moved to Thailand. Now I'm living the dream. After doing a bunch of internet research, I found out that getting your bareboat skipper license in Thailand is about half the price of places around the world. I shopped around a few of the schools here and ended up selecting the Island Spirit Sailing School. And their program, the Zero to Hero, cost 55,000 baht. Our first day started with some basic academics in the morning, and then after lunch, we met up at the taco truck and then headed out to the boats to get our first introduction to the yachts. And when I say this course was basic, brother, I'm telling you basic.
Two. Yeah. Stop the boat from moving. Pull upwards. And that will bring the boat back to the dock. Take that slack.
Pass one end through the hole at the base. Now pull tight with all your might.
The next boat is kind of a YouTube legend. Sailing Doodles is one of the OGs of the YouTube sailing community, and while he no longer owns the boat, he works with Island Spirits, even buying his new cat from them. With all the basics done, a review of the emergency equipment, and introduction to some of the sail components, we motored out and got the boat pointed into the wind and hoisted the sails for the first time. It was pretty fun watching some of these guys experience their first time sailing. The next day we met up at the taco truck to take our first overnight sail. It pains me to admit, because I found out the guy is from New York, but his barbecue is actually really good. The plan for this 2-day passage was to sail up to Ko Samet, spend the night, and then sail back. Well,
just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip.
We saw something pretty interesting heading out to the boat and got to watch a very nervous owner have his new baby put into the water for the very first time. The sail north along the Thai coast started off pretty uneventful, and the onshore breeze made sailing pretty easy. Our course had us crossing the shipping channel near Sriracha, and right about the time we crossed it, we were hit with a squall that brought the visibility down to zero. So we lowered our sails and dropped the hook and waited out.
Almost made it.
When they started getting rough, the tiny ship was tossed, if not for the courage of the fearless crew.
This is insane!
A common misconception is that boats on anchor are actually just hanging on the anchor, but it's actually the anchor chain which provides the friction that holds the boats in place. On this day, the winds became so strong that even the large tankers were getting dragged by the wind, and we were no exception. We finally made it up to the island about midnight, and we were exhausted after battling the storm that pushed some boats all the way up onto the shore. The next morning was pretty nice weather with a good onshore breeze, and we sailed back to our marina, and this is where we had a chance to practice some of the basic sailing things like jibes, tacks, and heaving to. The next day started with some basic academics, and we started planning our 4-day trip to Ko Samet. The first day was getting out of the marina and then sailing around this tip and stopping off at Kai Jet Beach. After a quick dinner on shore and an even quicker night's rest, we got up early the next morning and set sail for Ko Samet because we all wanted to get there early to enjoy the island. The winds were light, so this distance took us about 7 hours, but we did get to enjoy some beautiful scenery along the way. Here, we are approaching the only current authorized anchorage spot on Ko Samet. We took the tender ashore and paid our 200 baht visitor fee, and before you know it, one of my crewmates and I were on scooters and riding to the other side of the island. We both decided to randomly pick different hotels, and the Jamaican bar sign spoke to me. I stumbled onto the Rasta bar, and I rented this beach bungalow for 1,000 baht per night. So, tired as hell from the sail, but I rented a beach bungalow on Ko Samet, and it's not super high class or anything like that, but it's really cool. Let me show you. It's got a nice little patio here. Beautiful view of the sea. It's got a little bar over here to the left. Another one over here to the right. And it's a little cottage. I'll show you the inside. And it's got AC, so we're good to hook. Here comes my beer. The next 2 days were just a repeat of the same course. We sailed to Kaijet Beach, dropped the hook, and then sailed around the next day to the marina. While we were on sea, we took our written test, and before you know it, poof, I am a certified yacht captain. So just leave a comment there, and let's book a trip.